English. President Patrick Emini has announced several measures in his address to the National Assembly today. Amongst them is lowering the age of retirement, doubling the gratuity payments for long-serving employees, and a proposal for constitutional changes.
In his 30-minute speech, President Emini spoke of his wish to carry out key reforms. He spoke particularly about the constitutional reforms, including a series of measures to review the proportional representation threshold in the National Assembly, reducing it from 10% to 5%, a change that will require bipartisan support. Amongst other measures, President Emini announced that the retirement age would be lowered from 65 to 63, while the pension fund eligibility age will remain at 65 for now. The president reiterated that one of his commitments is to increase the fight against drug trafficking by introducing a new policy for the destruction of drugs intercepted by law enforcement. This, he said, should send a very clear signal to traffickers and ensure that drugs do not end up in the ghettos. He also informed members of the National Assembly that a directive has been issued regarding the Assumption Island tourism project and that the army has been mobilized to ensure compliance with this directive. In other moves, he announced that he has asked Trivisory to stop requiring Seychellois citizens to apply for permission to enter their own country. A portion of his speech was dedicated to workers in both the public and private sectors. He revealed that his government will double the gratuity payments for long-serving employees. Those who have served 10 years will see their gratuity rise from 10,000 to 25,000. Those with 15 years of service will see an increase from 10,000 to 30,000, and those with 20 years of service will see their gratuity rise from 15,000 to 35,000.
The Ministry for Finance, Economic Planning, Trade and Investment, Mr. Pierre Laporte, says that the economy of the country is in good state. He was referring to the recent statement made by the IMF staff mission, which was in the country last week. He has also confirmed that the IMF mission has been deferred to next year. During a press conference this morning, Mr. Laporte also announced that the 2026 budget will be delivered at the end of January 2026.
All the indicators are in the right places where they should be. I need time. I just came in a few days ago. We are looking at the budget that remains for the rest of this year. Things are okay, but there are, for example, areas like revenue targets are not necessarily all on target. Some are below expectations. So there's been discussions with SRC what measures are required to try to fill that gap between the November and December. On expenditure side, we don't see major issues on current spending, but we have concerns that the investment budget was largely overstated, over-budgeted. On the one hand, it's good, it gives you savings, but on the other hand, it shows poor budget execution and poor budget planning. We have to have more realistic budgets, right? You cannot over-budget too much just to show you have all these big projects, maybe elections are coming, but in reality, you actually are not able to execute. So, but broadly speaking, I mean, IMF has said that the economy is in good state. They've had time to assess, so we go by what they say for now.
Why was the IMF mission cut short?
Normally, in such missions, you need time to sit with them and agree on parameters, right? They've done the assessment of performance as of end June, which was what we call the cutoff date. But in discussing with IMF, you also look at the 5-year budget framework. I think I met the mission chief the same day that I was sworn in. So we haven't had time to prepare our own budget. Our budget will be presented to Assembly end of January, hopefully get approval in March, and we need time. So because IMF programs have to be aligned with the country's budget, so we need time to do that. And we've agreed that it just didn't make sense for us to have any discussions or even attempt to conclude the program. That will be done early next year when we've had time to prepare our budget and negotiate with them to see to what extent we align or what our flexibility is required on either side.
The Minister for Health, Marvin Fanny, has reiterated that artificial intelligence and technological advancements cannot replace the essential human element provided by medical professionals within the healthcare system. Dr. Fanny made this remark at the opening of a one-day conference for medical professionals convened to discuss the role and importance of AI and technology in the health sector. Approximately 150 delegates attended the conference held under the theme Future Ready Healthcare in Seychelles, Embracing Technology and Innovation.
This year's theme, Future Ready, Healthcare in Seychelles, Embracing Technology and Innovation, reflects exactly where we must go as a nation. Technology is not here to replace us. It is here to support us, to strengthen our decisions, to connect our islands, and to make care safer, faster, and more equitable. From artificial intelligence to robotics to improve health information system, we have tools that can transform how we diagnose, how we plan services, and how we deliver care. But these tools only reach their potential when we, the people behind them, embrace innovation with confidence and courage.
The Minister for Social Affairs, Family and Equality, Pamela Charlette, is continuing her familiarization visits to the various departments under her ministry. Her first stop was the National Council for Children, NCC, where she met with staff members to learn more about the institution's role in protecting children. Minister Charlette then visited the Home Care Agency, the Family Department, and the Vocational Training Center. At the center, she spoke with supervisors and students, toured the facilities, and discussed future plans for the area. And with this, we come to the end of this bulletin. Rendezvous at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole.